My name is George Obeid. I'm the chairman of the Department of Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery.
My name is Dr. Ravi Agarwal, and I'm the residency program director for the Department of Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery.
I'm David Holland. I'm a second year.
My name's Charles. I'm a third-year resident currently.
I'm Alexander Gomes. I'm a second year.
My name is Cal Shastri, and I am an attending here.
I'm Albana. I'm one of the chief residents.
My name is Matthew. I'm a first-year resident, and I'm from Kodiak, Alaska.
My name is Amir Atani. I'm a third-year resident currently. I'm from Potomac, Maryland.
Hi, I'm Luke Zambetti. I'm one of the chief residents here at Washington Hospital Center.
I'm Eric. I'm a third year, so I'll be a chief when the new residents get here.
I'm Serena Dodia. I'm from South Carolina, and I am a PGY1. First and foremost, the culture. I love the people here. Also, this is a really strong program, and it's a busy program. And they start you young as well, so even as a first year, I feel like I'm very involved. And then also it's in DC, and who doesn't like a big city?
MedStar fit the bill. It had a lot of OR cases, a lot of orthognathic, things that you can't get back when residency is done.
The nail in the coffin for me was the fact that when I got here, the personalities seemed the friendliest, the coolest. They were the people I wanted to spend the next 4 years with. And I knew that as hard as this was going to be, the most important part was going to be knowing that the people I was working with were people I got along with, who, at least outside of work, would make my life as good as possible. So I chose it for the people.
I think biggest surprise about residency for me was first year in the transition from dental school, coming out from dental school. And I'm really thankful that I had a good support system within my co-residents. I think we all really clicked well and kind of supported each other, during hard times that we all had, and were able to come out stronger, all of us together. So that was really cool.
The people, it's fun. Like, our resident room is fun. We hang out, make jokes. When I went on anesthesia, I was solo for a month. And coming back, I'm honestly happier, even though it's a lot harder, hours suck way more. I'm happier waking up and going to work.
Definitely the people. Getting to work with some of my best friends every day is something that, after residency, you're never going to be in that kind of scenario again, I feel like, unless you just somehow get all your friends to join you in practice.
The juxtaposition of chaos with pure joy. There's so many moments of residency which are just so wild, and you're in the weeds, and you don't know how you're going to do this or that, but then your co-resident mutters a joke behind your ear as you're going to see a patient, and you just burst out laughing. That's kind of the feel of the program. It's, you're constantly treading water, but you're having fun in the swimming pool, I guess.
There's not a lot you guys don't know about me. Pretty open.
I'm kind of an open book.
You guys know nothing about me. I don't know, this is tough. I'm an open book, Kevin. You guys know everything about me. I like milkshakes. I like to eat. I like to sleep.
Probably my love for Britney Spears. Britney Spears' music has pulled me through, especially my chief year. I just find that she has good beats. So,
I love going out to eat. I love food. Great food scene. Came from New York. It's not, it's not New York or LA, but it's, I think, pretty close if you know where to look. Really close to really anything you want to do. We go out into Shenandoah. The national park has great hikes. There's vineyards and all kinds of nice things to do out in the mountains. There's, casinos and the beach not too far away up in Maryland and down at Virginia Beach. Really anything you could want to do is here in DC.
And there's just people of every walk of life. No one is really from DC. Everyone's kind of an expat to the city. So everyone's kind of learning about the city and also trying to find new friends. And I've just found that the city's been so open.
DC is truly a place where there's something for everybody. Super diverse. My co-residents' names are Charles Smith and Eric Kelly, but my name is Amir Itani. So as a half Arab, half Persian guy, I always felt at home in DC. Very international vibes.
I like to fly. I fly little planes, like little Cessnas. I like outdoor activities like hiking, things like that. If I can get out on the lake, skiing or wakeboarding.
Coming from Alaska growing up, we had to get a lot of our own food, whether it was like fishing, hunting, or gardening. So I really like making my own jerky, smoking my own salmon, pickling vegetables, taking the things that we've gathered through whatever ways we have and making something out of it.
Well, before COVID, I was a nightclubber. That was my thing, bottles at the club. I used to play a bunch of rec basketball. I play video games from time to time. I don't get any better at Call of Duty, which is frustrating.
Board games. So I love board games. Happy hours. Honestly, just hanging out with people. Anything that requires social activity, I'm down for, and I like to travel. Oh, and I like to get bottles in the club with a mirror.
I just had a baby. So all my time and my fun is just had with my daughter. When I'm not here, I'm a first-time parent.
Biggest strength to me has been kind of the open door policy amongst our program director, our chairman. No matter who you are in this department, you have an avenue to discuss your concerns.
They trust you as long as you're responsible, but at the same time, you can approach them as a friend and a mentor, and develop a very close relationship with them, which I think is unique in some ways. Some, like other places that I feel like I saw, it was like strictly attendings and strictly residents, and there were two separate groups, whereas here, like, we really get along well. If you go back in the resident room, you'll often find the attendings and the residents hanging out in there, either talking about cases or just shooting the breeze.
Just the complete just open door policy between us and the attendings, and the fact that I can just go to an attending at any point in time and discuss anything, whether it's personal issues or personal good news that I have to share. It doesn't always have to be bad news. I just feel like I have like a true, not just like a working relationship with my attendings, but a true like friendship there.
I think it's amazing. I think we have an amazing group of residents, and I find that we have a very open relationship, and I enjoy it.
Our group is just really close-knit. You know, our families are all friends. We're so close, we try to live in the same apartment buildings. So,
Cut early, cut often, trickle-down economics when there's too much money to go around. If your chiefs are tied up in whatever cases, and there's other cases that need going, you're up to do them. You know, most of our attendings more or less just ride the Harley in the OR. They're just retracting for you, guiding you along the way. Instruments are in your hands.
I know here, like Gomes just did a NATHIC. He's a second year. He did it like a couple weeks ago. I think you did one in your first year. Just generally, like, we cut very early here, and that was a huge pro for me.
A specific memory comes to mind where my co-resident Eric and I both ended up as interns doing an ORAF on a mandible fracture in August of our intern year. Getting involved early like that, it's really, I think it speaks to the volume of cases at the program and the desire from the attendings to the chief residents from the top to the bottom to get everyone involved in surgery as soon as possible.
Really during residency, I didn't have any desire to be in an academic practice, but as I progressed through training, I really fell in love with the camaraderie of our group. The fact that I enjoyed the hospital-based practice, but I also enjoyed passing information down to others and training the next generation of surgeons. So kind of in my third year of residency, I really thought that this is an opportunity for me to take this on.
Why I want to be an educator? I think I always wanted to be. I can't even tell you when that happened, but I enjoyed the process of it. When you teach, you learn, so that's really was important to me.
I always felt that there is a great joy in being able to influence somebody's education and be part of their growing, and particularly seeing a young resident just learning and getting the confidence and getting the joy of being educated and becoming a full-fledged surgeon. There's a great joy in seeing that.
It's kind of corny, but there's this thing I had in college in like my bathroom that I found at like a tax sale, but it's a little sign with a little boat and water, and it says, "Calm seas never made for a good sailor." You'll come out prepared, but you need to weather the storm.
The biggest advice I can give you guys is that intern year can be tough. It's really important to have a support system with your co-residents, to trust them, to kind of lean on them. And, you know, anywhere you go, intern year is going to be difficult. I think the biggest difference maker for me was having a really tight group of guys and girls that I could lean on throughout that year.
Be a sponge, just take every opportunity to learn and just always be positive, always be ready to ask good questions, and don't miss an opportunity to see something different, something new.
It will be a challenging year. However, if you bring your whole self with no prior conceptions or biases, I think you're going to have a fantastic time here.
But at the end of the day, just make the best of it, have fun, joke around, be yourself, and just really enjoy the ride as much as you can. There'll be bad days, there'll be good days, and it's always important to ground yourself, and just always, like, when you're feeling like, oh, this is very frustrating, or just today was just not a good day, just know that tomorrow will be a different day.
I think, as an applicant to the field, just be excited that you're really joining an amazing profession. During your training, you're really going to make some great friends. You're going to meet a lot of great people, and you're given a skill set for a lifetime. So just truly enjoy the ride, even if you're with us or with anybody else in the country.
I think one piece of advice I would give the upcoming residents is to focus and remember how bad you want this right now, how hard you've worked for it, the life you're setting yourself up for by signing up for this, because there's going to be points during the next, not just 1 year, but 4 years, where you will feel overworked or stressed or frustrated and perhaps wonder why you signed up for this. So, set a restore point in your mind right now that you can flash back to when you're feeling down, and encourage yourself and get yourself motivated again, because many of us have reached a point where we forget that our match day was maybe the most glorious day of our life to date. I would say don't forget how much work you put in and how much you want this.
I think one of the funniest moments for me was realizing that Serena, my co-resident, had never seen a hard-boiled egg before.
One of my co-chiefs walked into the resident room and asked, "Who's on call?" And at that very moment, I had just started playing Britney Spears' "Gimme More." So it sounded something like this. "Hey, who's on call?"
"It's Britney, baby."
And the whole room just broke down laughing. It was one of the best memories of residency.
But I should have been like the one to catch it.
Perfect.
Dr. Morazzo, you're in the OR, and WAP by Cardi B comes on. What do you do?
Yell at you first, because you were the only person who would allow that song to be played at a children's hospital over a loudspeaker.
This interview's over.